Hey, this is John Hansel with the LBL Group. With open enrollment season coming up, I wanted to do a really quick explainer on HSA plans, health savings accounts, and what you need to know about those. So you'll sometimes hear those referred to as health IRAs. Basically, what that means is you have a health insurance plan with a higher deductible than you might have been used to, and you get attached to that an account where you can pre-fund healthcare expenses. Now, the cool thing about them is that when you pre-fund those expenses by deducting money out of your paycheck, or if you're lucky enough, you have an employer contributing to that HSA plan, in that scenario, you get to use that money when you want to, either this year or in the future. So when you put aside money to that HSA plan, it's a savings account for the future. And so that's great because maybe you don't need to see the doctor or have some kind of healthcare expenses this year. You don't need to pay for health insurance that would have covered care you never got. Instead, you can put that money aside for the future, and once it gets to a certain amount, you can start investing it, and all that money is tax free, right? So what's going to happen is when you make a decision to deduct money out of your paycheck and put that into the HSA plan, you're not going to pay federal income taxes on it, and depending on the state, you might not pay state income taxes either. California, we're not lucky enough about that. We still have to pay California income taxes, but it's still a good deal overall. And here's why. When you are pre-funding more of those healthcare services that you might consume in a given year, you have to pay less for your health insurance. So you're getting this cool trade-off where you're getting to save money on a tax-advantaged basis, and your health insurance premiums are going to be lower. So you get to keep that money that you're either going to use now or sometime in the future, and you also get these lower health insurance premiums along the way. So cool things to note as well that are recent changes for HSA plans is that the CARES Act that was passed earlier this year actually changed and included new items in HSA qualified expenses. So you can actually use your HSA to pay for a lot of over-the-counter medications and other kinds of healthcare goods. Two of those new things include feminine hygiene products. So for the ladies out there, HSAs can be a great way to save some money on stuff you're already going to be buying. Personally, I use it on allergy medication. That's a really helpful thing because if I go buy to CVS or whatever and I buy 30 pills of something and it's like $40 or $30, that's money I can use for my HSA account as opposed to my regular checking account. That's a really cool feature. Additionally, if you're using telehealth services, that copay can be paid for with your HSA account. So similarly, when you go to the doctor's office, you can use an HSA to pay for that copay. You can do the same thing for telehealth. So if you have an HSA plan at work, but you're not really sure how it works or what the advantages might be of it, feel free to let me know. We're always looking to show employers how those plans can benefit them, especially when they've got younger workforces where they maybe aren't seeing the doctor very often except for maybe like critical things. And so in that situation, let's roll the plan back and get you an HSA qualified plan and then set employees up with HSA plans so they can start saving money for future healthcare costs that we know are going to come eventually down the road. If you have any questions about HSAs, let me know. I'm here to help.